Hey everyone, welcome. How are you? I'm Heather. I'm the Bent Yogi. This is a grounding and hopefully uplifting flow for the holidays. I know I had a grounding flow for fall, but I know that the holidays can be really challenging for people. So I invite you to join me for this practice on your mat. We'll move, we'll breathe, we'll be together, and hopefully we'll be able to get grounded, support each other, so we can lift up and lighten up even just a little bit. Come onto your mat, and we'll begin in child's pose. Take your knees wide or together, hands forward alongside. And together, let's take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. So a couple of deep breaths here. Intentional breaths, one breath at a time. And you never have to force your breath. But you can feel that you have the time and the space and the support to let your breath become longer and deeper. Simply a more generous breath, a more intentional breath. Take another big inhale. And a big exhale. Make your way to your tabletop, to your hands and knees, hands on your shoulders, knees on your hips, and a couple of cat-cows. On your inhale, lift your gaze and your tailbone, your belly drops, and as you exhale, round your spine. Big breath in, belly drops, heart forward, little lift. Exhale, round your spine. And come back to a neutral spine, tuck your toes under, and come on into your downward facing dog. Now if it feels better, more grounding, more supportive to come back to your child's pose, absolutely come back to your child's pose. Listen to your body, listen to your heart and your spirit, listen to what you need. And if you're here with me right now, you're probably feeling a little like, yeah, you could use some help grounding, some support grounding, and some support to lift up and lighten up. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Take another big inhale. As you exhale, make your way to the front edge of your mat. Set your feet together or apart, soften your knees, and come on up to stand. Rise up. Let your shoulders roll back. Reach your hands up. You can look up. Really feel your feet. Lift from the ground up. Lift your heart. Take a big full body breath in. Hands to your heart. Exhale. Set your gaze. Lower your gaze or close your eyes and pause for a moment. Feel your 2 feet on this earth. Feel where you stand, the space that you occupy right now. Feel the support you have and feel that it is important for you to stand here right now, that it is important for all of us, that you matter. Together, let's take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Once more, soften your shoulders. Take a big inhale. And a big exhale. On your inhale, reach your hands high, lift up. Fold forward, exhale. Find your halfway, lift your flat back. Inhale. With your hands on your mat, step your left foot back behind you. Bring your left knee down to your mat. Untuck your left toes. You're coming into your kneeling lunge. Right foot is flat, planted on your mat. Right knee can start to come a little forward over your toes. You can keep your hands on your mat. You can walk them up to your front thigh, or you can interlace them at your low back. This is my favorite variation in this pose. Letting your knuckles gently reach down, your arms lengthen. You extend without overextending. And let your heart lift. Now feel this balance of really being grounded through your right foot, your left leg on your mat. the support that we are offering each other in this moment. And feel if you can lift your heart, soften your heart, even the littlest bit. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale, reach your hands up. Exhale, bring your hands down to your mat. Step back to your high push-up. Pause. Forward and halfway down, low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a breath out. Take another big inhale. And as you exhale, lightly step or jump to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, lift and reach. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands on your mat, step your right foot back behind you. Right knee drops. Untuck your right toes. Hands can stay low. You can walk them up. Again, you have the option to interlace your fingers at your low back. You can also take your hands up if that works better for you. Now, if you interlace your fingers, try the non-habitual way of interlacing your fingers. So you're just a little shift. And that's really all you need sometimes. Just a little shift. A pause in the busyness of everything. To feel your body, to feel your breath, to feel that you are in this practice, that we are in this practice, in this space together. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. Inhale, reach your hands high. Exhale, bring your hands down to your mat. Step back, high push-up, forward, and halfway down, low push-up. Upward dog, a big breath in. Downward dog, breath out. Take a big inhale. And a big exhale. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, lightly step or jump to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands to your mat. High push-up to low push-up as you exhale. You can drop your knees, come all the way down. Upward dog, a breath in. Downward dog, breath out. Here, step your right foot to your right thumb. Runner's lunge, hands on your mat. And as you inhale, begin to lift your hips and gently lengthen through your right leg. Now you can stay here. You might have room to fold forward. You might find that you're working with a pretty significant bend in your right knee, or maybe your right leg is straight and long. Letting your toes soften. Letting your left heel, if there's room, soften. Grounding down. Softly folding forward. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Take a big inhale. Now as you exhale, bend back into your right knee and bring your left knee down to your mat. We'll set up for a half camel. You can keep your left toes tucked under, walk your hands up to your front thigh. If you want to untuck your left toes, you can. Left hand to your hip or to your low back and reach your right arm up. Now, really connect to your right foot and let your right knee stack over your right ankle. Start to reach up and gently go back. So again, this opportunity to lift your heart, to lighten up. If you want to slide your left hand down the back of your leg, you can. If you want to reach your left hand towards your left heel, you can. But you don't have to push or force. You don't have to do the most that you can do. I've been saying that a lot lately. Right? Doing your best doesn't mean doing the most that you can. As you inhale, nice and easy, come on up. Plant your hands, take your right knee back. Come on into your tabletop, pause for a moment, and make your way into your downward facing dog or your child's pose. Take a breath in and a breath out. Now step your left foot to your left thumb, runner's lunge. Hands on either side of your left foot, and begin to lift your hips to lengthen your left leg to your own degree. You can keep the bend in the knee. You might find there's a bend in your back leg. You might be able to walk your hands back, fold forward, soften and let your head hang down. Soften your face and your jaw, your toes, all those little places where we habitually hold tension. Notice your breath. A big inhale and a big exhale. Right, so doing our best doesn't mean we have to do the most that we can do all the time. Sometimes, right, this is it. You show up. You breathe. Maybe you take more time in child's pose. Even just taking this time for yourself. Big inhale. Big exhale. Go ahead and bend back into your left knee. Bring your right knee down to your mat. Keep the toes tucked under or untuck them, setting up for your half camel. Walk your hands up, right hand to your right hip or to your low back. Left hand reaches high. So it's a back bend. You're lifting from the ground up. So feel your left foot on your mat, your right knee, your right foot on your mat. Reach up, go back to your own degree. Take your time with your breath. Feel the support that you have beneath you, the support you have within you, and all around you. As you inhale, gently come on back up. Plant your hands. Left knee comes back to meet the right tabletop. And a couple of cat-cows. Take your time moving here. If you want to add in some side-to-side movement, you can. And then your downward dog or your child's pose. And you can really check in. How do you feel right now? Would you benefit more from a child's pose or a downward dog? Maybe add in some movement. Take a big inhale and a big exhale. And from here, make your way onto your back. If you're in child's pose, sit back over your heels. If you're in downward dog, bring your knees down. Come onto your mat. Come onto your back. Setting up for Shavasana. For this practice, you might bring your feet flat, wide at the outer edges of your mat and your knees together so you can really feel your feet on the ground, on the earth. Hands and arms can come alongside you. Feel all the points of contact where your body connects down. Acknowledge your intention in coming into this practice today. Acknowledge yourself for coming onto your mat, for recognizing that you need this. And together, let's take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Take a big inhale. And a big exhale. Draw your knees to your chest. Roll to one side and make your way to seated. Seated here, grounded here, hands to your heart, grounded in this moment. Together, let's take a deep breath in and a long breath out. And again, acknowledging your ability to recognize what you need, to take care of yourself, to reestablish connection. Once more, deep breath in. Then a long breath out. Drawing your thumbs to your forehead, to your third eye center. Together we say, Namaste. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining me for practice today. I'll have my Friday Power Flow up on Christmas Day so we can practice together then as well. Please, take care of yourself. Take care of each other. I'm Heather. I'm the Bent Yogi. I'll see you on your mat.